Hold on tight, because what I'm about to share with you is the most jaw-dropping drama to hit love and hip-hop in years. After weeks of intense feuding that had the entire internet picking sides, Rasheeda has done something that's left everyone in shock. She has publicly apologized to Yandy. Yes, you heard that right. The same Rasheeda who just days ago was dragging Yandy through the mud on national TV. Trust me, this story has more layers than an onion, and every single one will hit you right in the feels. The internet is in total chaos right now, and honestly, can you blame them? These two went from being closer than sisters to bitter enemies in front of our very eyes. Now, out of nowhere, Rasheeda's trying to play nice. Something's definitely going on behind the scenes, and honey, I've got all the piping hot tea ready to spill. Let me break this down for you because what's happening behind closed doors is even juicier than what we're seeing on screen. Our inside sources, and believe me, they're deep in the inner circle, say Rasheeda's been facing some serious heat, and it's not just from angry fans flooding her comment section. Even her own people, the ones who've had her back, from day one, are starting to side-eye her. Some insiders are whispering that this apology wasn't even her idea. Apparently, there's been some major pressure from the top to handle the situation before it spirals completely out of control. Others believe she's just trying to salvage what's left of her reputation before it goes up in flames. But let me tell you, this isn't your typical my bad moment. There are secrets being exposed, relationships tested to the brink, and Yandy? She's not the type to just let bygones be bygones. Picture this. Yandy's pacing around her luxurious living room, her phone practically smoking from the notifications blowing up. We're talking tweets, Instagram comments, DMs. Her social media is blowing up. The internet's turned into a war zone, with fans picking sides faster than you can blink. The headline that's got everyone talking? Yandy and Rasheeda's friendship shatters after explosive love and hip-hop clash. And when I say shattered, I mean completely and utterly destroyed. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. What began as a small disagreement somehow turned into something straight out of a reality TV producer's wildest dream. Cameras captured every second. The build-up, the explosion, and the devastating aftermath. The comment section under every post about the incident is pure chaos. Team Yandy is out in full force. You've always been the bigger person, Yandy. Rasheeda showed her true colors. She's been jealous of your success from day one. But Team Rasheeda isn't staying quiet either. Yandy's not as innocent as she pretends. There are always two sides to a story, and we know who the real manipulator is. Meanwhile, Rasheeda's holed up in her bedroom, staring at her phone like it might sprout legs and run away. The backlash has been brutal, and, for the first time since this all exploded, she's feeling something she never expected. Genuine regret. At first, she tried to convince herself she was justified, that Yandy had pushed her to the edge. But watching those video clips circulating online, seeing herself lose control in HD from every angle, that hit different. The comments are flooding, and faster than she can delete them. I used to look up to you, Rasheeda. This isn't the move, sis. You need to fix this before it's too late. Let's rewind to that fateful love and hip-hop event that changed everything. The tension in the room was thick. You could cut it with a knife. Drinks were flowing like water, cameras everywhere, and Rasheeda and Yandy were doing their best to keep up appearances for the public. But anyone with eyes could tell something was about to pop off. The match that lit the explosive powder keg? That business deal Yandy made without even giving Rasheeda a heads up. Finding out from someone else hit Rasheeda like a ton of bricks. She'd been stewing over it for weeks, so when someone innocently brought up their business ventures, it was like throwing gasoline on an already smoldering fire. "Oh, you should ask Yandy," Rasheeda said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "She clearly makes all the decisions now, doesn't she?" The room went dead quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Everyone there knew something major was about to go down. "What exactly are you trying to say?" Yandy asked, struggling to keep her composure. Rasheeda wasn't holding back anymore. "I'm saying that since you've been making moves behind my back like you run everything, maybe you should be..." the one explaining things. Because clearly, our so-called partnership means nothing to you. What happened next was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. The argument escalated at lightning speed. Chairs scraped against the floor, voices rose to dangerous levels, fingers were pointed, and then, slap. The sound echoed through the room like thunder. Security rushed in as Yandy stood there, hand on her cheek, shock written all over her face. "You just ended our friendship," Yandy said coldly, before walking away with her dignity intact. In the days following, both women dealt with the fallout in their own ways. Yandy couldn't stop replaying that moment in her head, analyzing every word, every move. Meanwhile, Rasheeda began to realize just how badly she had messed up, watching her support system crumble as more and more people distanced themselves from her. When Rasheeda's message came through, "We need to talk," it felt like time stood still. Yandy had spent days convincing herself she didn't care, that she was over it, that nothing Rasheeda could say would change anything. But now, faced with an actual apology, the emotions were far more complicated than she wanted to admit. When Rasheeda showed up at Yandy's door, the tension could have powered a small city. No cameras, no audience, just two women who used to be as close as sisters, trying to navigate the wreckage of their friendship. "Why now?" Yandy demanded, skipping the pleasantries. "Is it because your mentions are in shambles? Because brands are distancing themselves? Or did you actually grow a conscience?" The words hit Rasheeda like physical blows, but she took them. She knew she had to. "I miss my friend," Rasheeda admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I miss us." But Yandy wasn't about to let years of built-up frustration go unaddressed. "This isn't the first time your anger's gotten the best of you," she said, keeping it 100%. "Every time we have a disagreement, it gets worse. But this time, you crossed a line you can't uncross. You put your hands on me, Rasheeda, on national television." The conversation that followed was like emotional surgery, painful, but necessary. Yandy laid everything bare: the betrayal, the humiliation, the broken trust. And Rasheeda, for once, didn't try to defend herself. She listened, really listened, maybe, for the first time in years. Just when it seemed like things might be taking a turn for the better, with Yandy posting a cryptic Instagram story featuring only a side-eye emoji and the word rebuilding, and Rasheeda sharing a heartfelt post about growth and accountability, the internet exploded again. A voice memo leaked, allegedly capturing a conversation between Rasheeda and another cast member. And what was said in it? Pure dynamite. "Yeah, I apologized, but let's be real. People live for this kind of drama. They eat up a good redemption story. If we play this right, it could work out for both of us." The internet immediately split into even more factions. Some fans desperately held on to hope for reconciliation. Everyone deserves a chance to grow. This could be a beautiful moment of healing. But others weren't buying it. Once a snake, always a snake. This whole thing screams publicity stunt. Don't fall for it. Was that voice memo authentic? Or is someone trying to stir up more drama? Was Rasheeda's apology genuine? Or just another calculated move in this high-stakes love and hip-hop chess game? Is Yandy really considering forgiveness? Or is she playing the long game, waiting for the perfect moment to serve her own brand of revenge? One thing's crystal clear: this story is far from over. With that leaked voice memo circulating and tensions higher than ever, we're all on the edge of our seats waiting to see what happens next. Will Yandy and Rasheeda's friendship survive this latest bombshell? Or is this truly the end of an era? The blogs are buzzing, social media is on fire, and everyone's got an opinion. Some say Yandy should never trust Rasheeda again, while others believe in second chances. But at the end of the day, only these two women can decide if their friendship is worth saving. In the world of love and hip-hop, where drama is served for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, This situation stands out as particularly explosive. With reputations on the line, careers hanging in the balance, and years of friendship at stake, the pressure has never been higher. Stay tuned, because if there's one thing we know about love and hip-hop drama, it's that there's always another twist around the corner. And this saga, baby, it's just getting started. Keep those notifications on, because something tells me we haven't seen the last of this, and the tea is only getting hotter. Music.